I think markets are operating the way that they're expected to. So coming into this period of time, we didn't take any steps above and beyond what we do all the time because we never know when market volatility might hit. So we need to be ready for it at any point in time, just like we were in the spring when the pandemic really triggered major market volatility. What we've seen is that, the election has been a bit of uncertainty that was, out there as investors were looking towards what steps might take in the market. The markets are reacting pretty well right now, despite the fact that we don't have a clear answer, because things are operating the way they're supposed to.
Aside from actual market mechanics, is there a sense that because we're sort of on the dark side of the moon here, we may not know answers for some time, that, I don't know, IPO activity, pipeline, stuff like that slows down?
Yeah, we tend to see throughout history, you see companies saying that they want to delay their IPOs or kind of avoid the early part of November just based on whatever market reaction to election results might take place. So there is that discussion that's happened all year long as companies have been planning. They typically were avoiding this period of time. So while September and October were both months, our busiest IPO months on record, you're not going to see that same level of activity in November. But then again, in December and Q1, we're starting to see a lot of companies, they're still targeting that time frame to go public. So I don't think it's going to have a long-lasting impact, but certainly people just want to avoid any uncertainty in the market as they're going public for the first time.
Hi, Stacey. I know that companies that list on the NYSE value having someone to talk to when they got questions about the market and perhaps the movement of their stock. How have those questions changed during this period, even of just the past couple months?
Yeah, I think everyone's trying to make sense of what's happening in the market overall. What are the drivers of major market moves? We've certainly seen a lot of movement, both to the upside and the downside. And frankly, markets move more quickly than they used to. So I think that those are the types of questions that we're getting from companies as they're trying to figure out what's happening as their stock prices are moving very, very quickly. A lot of that has to do with the way stocks trade today across so many different marketplaces. And as retail investors and others are making sense of news out there, they are moving more quickly because markets are pretty fragmented. So that's certainly been a trend. They'd like to have visibility into who their investors are. So some of the provisions around 13F filings that disclose what stocks institutional investors have positions in is an area of focus for us with our listed companies and advocating for that transparency so they understand who their shareholder base is. That's certainly been an area of focus as well.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.